It's stuck in portrait mode, people. I've tried for the past 20 minutes to get it out of portrait mode, and I don't know how to do it. So for some reason, it's stuck on portrait. So let's see the layout. I don't think it does anything with layout. So, I don't know. You're stuck with portrait mode this time. I don't know why. I tried. See if I can get the camera to go down the other way so you can see me. And Tim Jones, not unusual to be loved by you. I had to do that. Anyway, good morning. I'm going to put the link out there. I got an earbud in, so we'll see if anyone can, if I can hear anybody. Hold on. Hopefully you guys all caught Stella and her rendition of me yesterday. That was actually pretty wild. Let's see. It was pretty good. All right, there's the link. I said portrait. I'm trying to do landscape. It won't do it. I don't know what the heck. Sometimes my phone does it. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes it'll do the portrait. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. Anyway, we got the, we're inside today. We're having our Western omelet meal. It's actually warmer out today. Pretty warm. Probably feels like the 40s. Not too bad. Who we got? We got Tim. We got Simone. Rob. It's warm out, but I figured I'd sit inside and relax a little bit. Sorry about the portrait mode. The link is there if anybody wants to come up. If Sparky or anyone's out there to tell me how to change it over from portrait mode, I went into camera settings. I went into everything. I've been literally trying to get it squared away for a half hour. You know, it is now 6:25. I've been here since 6. So, anywho, good morning to everybody, or good afternoon wherever you are. Henry, yeah, I'll still be here, Henry. Enjoy your pancakes with eggs on top, Henry. Not feeling well. I'm sorry, Simone. Hopefully things will get better. Who else we got in here? So those that didn't catch the copycat videos yesterday, Mick had all of our copycat videos. I think there was 16 of us, if I'm not mistaken. But we had a great time. Stella did a great job of me. I'm hoping I did a good job of her. But catch it if you missed it on Mick's channel. It was called Copycat Videos. Our goal was to copy one of our YouTube friends. Mick matched the stuff. We didn't do it ourselves. He told us who we had to copy. But we had a great time. It was fun for all, I believe. Everybody had a good time. I know, right? That was fun. We had a good time. I hope Stella enjoyed it. She emailed me after. I think she enjoyed it. It was fun. Let's see. That was better. I'm inside, so truck's outside today. I'm inside. Yeah, Rob, you and Conquer, that was hilarious. Conquer falling all over. That was good, Rob. Yeah. Or as you guys say in Britain, that was brilliant. They must have a different cook today because the eggs aren't burnt. Usually they're well done. Turn off the heating. Oh, tell me about it, Simone. I figured out between my electric and my heat, I'm going to spend almost $1,000 a month. Ridiculous gas. I mean, I know gas isn't as much as over there, but it did hit $4 here the other day. They're saying it's probably going to be $4.50. No, no hot dog breakfast, Rob. Breakfast. Hot dogs is when it's later in the day, and I feel like just a little snack. Then I'll come and have a hot dog. But Stella said she had 4 hot dogs filming that 4 hot dogs. So thank you, Stella. And the one that you really have to catch, which I thought was amazing, Bree, who's Chicanic, had her son do James Hayes of Hayes Machinery, and that was unbelievable. He had the accent and everything. That was really cool. Yeah, so you're about 650 a gallon. So yep. It was what 3.8. I think it's 3.8 liters per gallon. Oh yeah, eat hearty. Good one, Mick. They didn't have the regular coffee brewed yet, so this is like a dark roast, and it is high octane. Gonna keep me up. No, that was Stella. Stella only had 4 hot dogs on her video. She said, filming it took her 4 hot dogs. I could do 4 hot dogs, no problem. They're small. The hot dogs here, they're pretty small. They have long dogs, like the 12 inches, the big ones, but it's cheaper when you get the little one. I was hoping Mick might be up, but I know he worked last night, so he's probably in bed still. Is it 4.5? Oh, okay. I thought it was someone came on last. I thought it was 4.3, and then someone came on the chat yesterday and said, or Friday, said it was 3.8. But is that imperial gallon or U.S. gallon? Because U.S. gallon is 128 ounces. Kept you warm, yeah. Well, hey, congrats on the fix, though, Simone. I know you said you fixed that welder, so congrats on that. But so, Simone, you have no heat, or you turned it down to like a very low number? Hopefully, you have some heat. And what is your heat, Simone? Is it electric or is it gas? Natural gas. I'm glad we only have like another month or two of heating season because this would definitely kill us. And I know a lot of people here are probably going to put huge tanks in the ground for storing oil. So when the price goes down, they'll buy 500-600 gallons at a time. Imperial, yeah. Yeah, your gallon's different from our gallon. She didn't put any butter on the toast. That's how I know it's a new chef. When there's a new person on the grill, they do things differently. See, if anybody in my house got up early, I'd take them to breakfast, but they're sleeping until probably 11 o'clock. They got another 4.5 hours before they're up. It'll be different when my son goes on first shift in a couple weeks, and he'll know what it's like getting up. Good breakfast. The wire feed is erratic. Heating is dual fuel. Blanket and hot water bottle. Well, stay warm, Simone. What you need is a good mate. Get a good mate to keep you warm. There you go. Nothing like a good mate to keep you warm. They say it's going to be 62 or 63 today. So pretty warm. But we're supposed to get rain. But I'll take the warm weather, though. Keeps the heat off. I'm the only one here, as you can see. Got the whole dining room to myself. Who else is this crazy to be up this early on a Sunday morning, right? It's 6 Celsius. Yeah, a little chilly. They probably think I'm nuts. I was actually at the door, and the door was locked. I had to walk around the building, go to the other door. This Dutchess, though, is true to its word. When it says it's open at 6, it's open at 6. There's one in Shelton I used to go to all the time. They said they're open at 6, but they wouldn't even turn the lights on until quarter after. Hey, Dick, how's it doing, buddy? Another good video. Dick did AJP. That was brilliant. Jason Hughes. Hello, Jason. Definitely peace and quiet. Definitely. They don't even have the televisions on. Usually they have 2 TVs here. They don't even have those on because I don't think the main manager's here yet. When I walked in, the lady behind the counter was standing behind the counter. She looks up like, "What are you doing here? 6 o'clock? You're open." I don't know if I have insomnia or what it is, but I just don't sleep. I might sleep for an hour or 2 at a time, but that's it. I don't really sleep at all. I listen to the radio a lot. I like listening to talk radio and stuff like that, podcasts. Keep the mind going, you know? Yeah, Jason Pate. Yep, they're back. The Pates are back. Hopefully, when the spring fling gets going, they'll start doing their Saturday videos again, their Saturday chats. Those are fun. So, yeah, I miss the Pates. When we went out there in December, it just salt of the earth, good people. I saw one thing here. They have a soda machine. You can pour your soda from your phone. And I was like, what the heck is that? Literally, it says hands-free pouring. And I was like, what was that? It's one of those symbols that you put your phone on. So I put my phone on it, and it asked me for what I wanted to drink and all that. I could have literally just hit a button on my phone and poured soda into a cup. So I guess COVID made just about everything hands-free. So mind my fingers. Yeah, hey Bill, how are you? Oh yeah, I'm up. Like I said, I'm up 3, 4 o'clock. Usually I'm in work by 6, so I have to be up early anyway. But hey, there's Ash. Let me throw the link out there. There's a link if anybody wants to come up. Peter Kane, hello. Is that a pint of coffee? 20 U.S. ounces. I don't know what that does in imperial, but 20 U.S. ounces. So it's a little more than a pint. A pint is 16, right? So it's a pint and a quarter. Ash, I like what you did with the carling yesterday with Dick. That was good. All the copycats were good. Oh, somebody's in the chat. Oh, Klaus is here. Hold on. Oh, hold on, Klaus. Good morning.
Ken.
Let me change the. Hold on, I got to change the screen layout. That's better. How you doing, Klaus?
I'm good. How are you, Ken? How's breakfast?
I can't get my camera to go landscape though. I don't know.
You know what? I had a funny thing last night. My regular laptop is in for repairs under warranty, so I used the one I have out in the shop here. I could not get the camera to work yesterday.
At all?
No. Whenever I logged onto StreamYard, you know, it shows the little, you know, the little icon picture of yourself before you go into the basement. There was nothing. It was grayed out.
I had that a couple of times on here, but I just reset the phone. I turned it on and off a few times.
Yeah. And I never tried, but this, I mean, it has worked before on this laptop.
iPhone or Android?
It's a laptop.
Oh, laptop. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Huh. And a regular Lenovo running Windows laptop.
Oh, Lenovo is the old IBM ThinkPad. Those are good.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. I couldn't. I had to go out and get my work laptop and set that up yesterday. That's why I was late.
Peter, if I did that, I'd be throwing up. I can't eat a brig sandwich. That's disgusting. Who else we got here? Simone saying hello. Jason.
Morning, Jason.
What'd you think of the copycats, Klaus?
I had a stomach ache.
Oh yeah.
It was funny. It was really, really good.
I thought that Bree cut her hair off. I didn't know that was her son. I'm like, did she cut her hair?
Yeah. It was kind of what's going on here. No, it was fun. I can't imagine how much work has gone into this, both from whoever did, you did video, but also from Mick for setting it up and getting it done. And
well, last Saturday, him and I we spent 4 or 5 hours trying to convert my MOVs over to MP4s because iPhone does MOV format and the converter wasn't working correctly. I had like 8 clips that Mick put together for me, but one clip would not convert. And literally it took us about 5 hours before I got it over to him. So, yeah.
I mean, fair enough. You got multiple, systems on phones. You'd think they get it, standardized to some extent.
Well, it's the iPhone thing. If it was Android, it would have been no problem. But that's with the iPhone. I have
my household is split right down the middle because one half is running iPhones and I'm not touching those. and
I hear
the rest
the Androids are a little easier to use too, the Android type phones, than the iPhones as far as when you're putting applications and things.
I think in terms of quality, iPhones are by far the best because the software is written for the hardware. When you buy an Android, it's sort of a slap-on solution that fits all phones. So you sometimes, at least back in the year or two back, you'd have issues between hardware and software. But these days, no issues. I'm running my phone here today is one of the, when Motorola was still doing cheap phones. It's one of those. Yeah. No, it's not a flip. No, cheap.
Oh, not flip?
No, cheap phones. I mean, below $200 cheap phones. Yeah. And it's working great. There is never an issue. Sometimes it can take a while especially when I jump out of a StreamYard chat, it sometimes takes a while for it to let StreamYard go. But other than that, there's no issues. And it doesn't want to be updated, every single day or forced updates, something that makes your phone slow and all. It doesn't. you decide when things happen, and I kind of like that.
You look at the updates and like, I don't need that update. It's not going to help me at all. But then your phone keeps asking you every 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I can hear that from the other half of the household. Oh, it needs to update. Don't update. It'll get slow and all that. Jeez, Apple decides when you need a new phone. They just release an update.
They just keep slowing the battery down, slowing it down so it won't take a charge, and then you have to get one.
Yep. I don't know if it's true, but it sure seems that way sometimes. But yeah,
I'm gonna go get a quick fill up. I'm gonna go get a quick fill up on my coffee. Give me about 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah. I'll just hang out here with myself. Luckily, no one is listening. No one is listening.
I can still talk to you, but I can't see you.
Okay, please don't go to the bathroom.
I've got an
please don't go
earbud
to the bathroom. Please don't go to the bathroom.
Did I do that last time?
No, a couple of times before.
Did I?
Yeah, you did, Ken.
Oh, hopefully you didn't hear any sprinkling. Oh, crap.
No, not much.
I dumped the whole cream container into my coffee. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Good thing I'm not on video.
Yeah.
That's not good. Anyway.
Let me just get my YouTube up and running so I can see the chat.
They had the lid on the creamer not on. It was just laying on it. So when I tipped it over, it fell into my coffee.
Jesus. Powder creamer or liquid creamer?
Liquid, pure cream. But they had it was like a long container, but it's got a screw in top. They had the top all the way unscrewed, so it was just laying on there. So I went like this. Just luckily I caught it. All right, enough of the high test. Now we got just regular coffee. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
What did we used to say in German? Schuss.
Prost.
Let's see. Oh, what else we got here? Tommy's saying the sun is out in Dublin. Yeah, it's actually warm out here. About 40s today. Not too bad.
Here's another funny one. I don't know what's going on these days. When I open up my YouTube, early breakfast inside Dutchess, Ken Small Engines, planned for 6th of March, my time 12:09, which is like
6 hours difference.
Yeah, but that's like what, 35 minutes ago?
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, because it's 12:45 here now.
It just opened?
You know what? See, the thing is, when I press it, nothing happens because it's still waiting.
Is it on Wi-Fi?
Yes.
Yeah, because here I don't know if I'm on Wi-Fi or cellular. I got both.
Yeah. Now here, this is Wi-Fi, but it's hardwired, through the house. But the thing is, it's telling me that you haven't started yet.
Oh no! I did one earlier and I canceled it because I tried to do the camera. So there was an earlier one, Klaus. There was. That's what it was. And I canceled it after about 2 minutes. I never went live. So if you go on YouTube, you'll have that one that I canceled. I have to get rid of it. I have to go on YouTube. Let me see if I can go on YouTube and get rid of it.
And you don't have to. I'll
yeah, because when I was trying the portrait camera thing, I said, let me reset it. And finally I said, the hell with it. I canceled it and opened up a new one. And it's still giving me just portrait. So it's not you, it's me. That was definitely me.
No, it's here. It's here.
Yep.
That way there. Good one.
Yeah. I didn't know if that old one would still. Let me see what I got on here for my videos. My channel. Let's see, videos.
Just going to say hi, Mick Hardy. Hello. Tim Jones. Hello. Bill Clement. Hello.
Yeah, see, it's not showing on my phone. It's just showing the one I'm on now.
Yeah, it does here too now.
Yeah.
Good morning. Simone, hello.
I was going to say, it was a new cook today. It definitely wasn't the normal cook because the eggs were a little bit less than they normally are. Good, though. I could tell. You could tell who the cook is.
You know what, Ken? That's a sign of a good restaurant, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you could definitely tell. They're sitting down there.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's different from cook to cook, that means they're not just heating it up for you; they're making it.
That's one thing I like about this place. Everything's made to order. That's what's good about it.
Yeah.
The only thing made ahead of time are the home fries because you have to reheat those. They taste better reheated.
Yeah, they do.
But anyway, now DNR, he is now not doing any more small engine work, but he's still around. David.
Okay. Why is that?
He's working for a dollar store, one of those dollar stores. He's got a full-time job now.
Okay.
So he might do a little bit on the side, but he says he's not going to be on with the YouTube and stuff anymore. But we'll still see him around. I'm sure. That's why it's now called the Life of DNR. So,
okay, that's fair enough.
Mick, what were you given? Mick, I was given a free one. What were you given?
Free mower, nice.
Let's see who else we got here. Oop, Rob's in the shed. No way, Thomas. I'm too valuable. Ooh, that coffee's hot. Wow, that's hot. Yeah, Family Dollar. We have Dollar Tree. There's 2 or 3 of them out there. One's called the Dollar Store and one's called Dollar Tree. But you know what's funny? 99% of stuff in there isn't $1 anymore. They actually raised it up to like $1.50, $1.99. So, but good value though for stuff that, you know, generic stuff.
Yeah. That's a funny thing when you look, at least when you look at things over here where I am, that, you know, you can get the same product, right? But they're not grouped like they are in the States. Like you have a dollar store.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have a dollar store or something equivalent, but there are stores where you can get things cheaper. You'd like your Home Depot. We have different grades of Home Depots. Depending,
really?
Yeah. If you want the cheap stuff, you know, the made in Wuhan stuff, cheap lawnmowers, you can get it there. If you want a good lawnmower, you go to, you know, One Up or so it's kind of weird how it's different. We have you been to a Canadian Tire, Kenny?
I've seen them, but you know, I'd have to drive 11 hours to get to Canada. So I've definitely seen them. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like our Tractor Supply. Yeah.
Yeah. We have something very similar here. It's a Swedish company, but they only do their own brands.
Oh, okay.
The only thing you can find in a brand is the chocolate bars at the checkout. That's all. You can get a real Snickers.
It's funny you say that. In our Tractor Supply, every single register in front of every register, it's all candy, and it's all those the cellophane bag candies like you see in like a candy store. You know, like the root beer barrels and the licorice and
something to take home on your way home or back to the job or wherever you're going. Yeah.
Simone, like Mick was saying, Simone, if you get in touch with your energy supplier and explain to them based on a fixed income and so forth, you may be able to get some assistance with that. I know they do that here, especially in light of COVID, with people losing their jobs, things like that. They will help you out if you ask them.
Yeah,
it's in their best interest. Yeah, it's in their best interest for you to use their product. So
yeah, and and all you have to do is talk to them.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't do anything, it's going to go down bad. But
Yep, absolutely. No, I had a friend of mine, it's like with us here with the cable TV and stuff like that. You give them a phone call and say, yeah, I think I'm going to drop you. I'm not really watching it. We'll say we give you 6 months for free. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
You never know.
And, I mean, they're hard pressed to retain customers as well.
Oh, absolutely. Well, around here, there's different people. It's funny. We get the energy from the same place. Okay. But it's distributed by whoever wants to pay for the distribution rights. So for example, I had an electric bill literally last month, $323, which is ridiculous. But I have electric heat in one of my big rooms. But I have the electric companies billing me, but every week I get 6 letters in the mail saying, go with us, because they'll actually charge you a little bit less. I mean, I don't know why I haven't done it yet. My father worked for that company for 40 years. I don't know, maybe loyalty, but loyalty means nothing when you're talking money, right? But it's just my mother, she switched over, 10 years ago to Joe Blow electric distribution. Same power coming in, but you're paying somebody else, So I should try it, because now the way it's going with gas and electric, it's going to hurt. It really is going to hurt. I mean, I'm fortunate I got a decent job and all, but the people that I know that are making crap for money, I don't know how they're going to do it.
No, they can't. That's the problem.
Yeah. Oh, those are
So
the two stores. Yeah, it's Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. Those are the two
yeah,
here in the
yeah.
States. A Suffolk, like a Suffolk Punch. What do you got, Mick? I know Suffolk Punch. I don't know too many of the other Suffolk models, but it's funny now. I know all the names of the English mowers now. You know, crazy.
I haven't learned that yet.
Oh. Well, when I first heard hater, I go, why do you hate the mower? He's like,
Yeah,
excuse me? I
exactly.
said, it's a
Yeah,
hater. I said, why would you
yeah,
hate it? No, that's the
yeah.
name. So what's the name? Hater. It was like Abbott and Costello going back and forth.
First I heard it, I thought they might really dislike that model or that brand.
That's what I said. Why do you hate the mower? I don't hate it. It's a hater. I'm like, well, I know it's a hater, but why would you hate it? And I think I went back and forth for 5 minutes with Mick one day, and he's like, it's a freaking hater. I'm okay.
Yeah.
So,
No, but it's I found out that it, a lot of the old British brands, they've been bought up by either Toro or GGP in Italy, or that GGP in Italy is like AYP in the States.
Oh, really? I never heard of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do Stiga, Mountfield, and
Okay.
I don't know, a handful
Yeah,
of other
Mountfield, I
brands.
hear, is pretty posh, right? The Mountfield mower, or what?
Well,
Or no?
it
Or am I mistaken?
well, I got to be careful, but
No,
I
I'm saying
think I
I
think
haven't
the
seen too
brand
many of them.
no, the brand in the old days was a really, really good brand. It
Mm-hmm.
was a proper English made brand that it was up there, like Toro commercial type of Honda
Mm-hmm.
type of quality. But these days, not so sure.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Rich.
The
Oh,
same
and by
goes
the
here.
way,
Yeah,
good.
go
We're
ahead.
talking about those videos, the copycat videos.
Hmm?
People were saying, are you going to do it again? So anyone that wants to do a copycat, if you're a YouTube creator, email Mick, because he'll do another one, a part two. He didn't want to redo any of us, but he said since it was so popular, he'll let that happen. So anybody that wants to do copycat, if you're a creator, email Mick at mixmower01 at Gmail. And if he gets a list together of enough people, he'll have a part two. You got to do it, Klaus.
Who's going to do me in Danish?
I would have to. I would try it. Well, no, we said Anders is going to do you. You could do Anders, and Anders will do you, and that way we won't understand it, but we'll know it's you guys.
You won't even know if we're changing our voices or language, would you?
But the problem is, you're a little bit. He's clean, but you're cleaner, so he'd probably have to do a little bit of touch up in the shop.
Yeah. Well, the Swedes they sing more. It's softer in its. Danish is a horrible language because it's so. I mean, I sat one time in a bar in California having a beer with a Danish friend of mine, and we were just laughing and joking and having beer. And after about an hour, the bouncer came over and said, "If you guys are going to be in a fight, you got to take it outside."
Oh, it sounded like you're arguing. Yeah.
I said, "What?" Yeah, it sounds like you guys are just about to go at it. I said, "No, we're not." Sorry about that. But
Chris
I guess
saw Jason out there. Good. He saw Jason out working on something.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That really put him down, didn't it?
Yeah.
The COVID.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep. Yeah. But, a couple of months, right? 2-3 months. Yeah, because we saw him. We were there. Henry and I were there December 3rd on Christina's birthday. So it's been 4 months since we've been there. Yeah. But beautiful area, though. Nice area. Very expensive, though. The breakfast we had was almost $50, but that's okay.
Jesus.
That's Long Island. Ooh. They say Long Island, bring a long wallet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Suffolk Punch. Oh, okay, cool. I was right.
Yeah.
I got a couple of emails after the video telling me not to drink gasoline, and I was like, it was apple juice. It wasn't gasoline. It was apple juice.
I mean, sorry.
Literally, a few people emailed me saying, "Why would you put gasoline in your mouth?" I was like, "Dude, it was apple juice."
But Kenny, it's a funny thing that thing. If you see a lot of the creators, the American creators, they have that disclaimer. They put
crazy disclaimer. Crazy, yeah.
I mean, here, if somebody is trying to replicate what I do and it blows up in their face, and they would sue me for it, the judge would kind of go, "Well, if you're stupid enough to do that, get out."
But in America, they'd pay them.
Yeah. And it's, I mean,
I was
when
thinking
you,
about that on some of my videos, seriously, because you never know. You never know.
No, you don't. And you know what? Somebody may try and replicate something I do and squeeze a finger or lose a tooth or set something on fire. That is not my problem.
That's why when I see people doing videos defeating the safety devices without a disclaimer, I was like, are you crazy?
Yeah, I never do that.
No. I actually do the opposite. I won't work on something unless he says or allows me to fix the safety.
Yeah. And it's the same here. I don't even ask people. I mean, if they say, oh, it won't start, good. And they come in, oh, you spent money on a new safety seat switch. I said, yes. Couldn't you have just bypassed it? I could. I won't.
Yep.
And it's as simple as that. The only mower that gets anything bypassed is my own. And that's it.
Simone, I could just see Klaus with a long red wig on. He'd do a good Simone. Because Simone basically very, very low tone. All you'd have to have is a cat and a couple of vinyl LPs, and you'd be there.
I'll give it some thought. I'm not sure I'm the best one to represent Simone, by the way.
Well, I'd have to lose half my body weight to replicate Simone.
Yeah, me too.
And really, Simone is like this. I'm like this.
Yeah. Cheers, boats. It's milk and tea today. So
hey, Mark.
Tea and
good
milk.
Morning. Hey, Mark. Boats' name is Mark. But Mark, what was with the shades yesterday? I saw you with the shades on. Was there an issue? Because I never really saw you with the blue shades on. When he was.
I have to find mine. I have OEM LMD shades.
Oh.
I got them from Dave Million.
Did you? I tell you, the ones I bought for the video,
ones.
Those orange ones I bought for my video of Stella. I tell you, after wearing them for 10 minutes, you're like,
they're actually quite pleasant. They're actually quite pleasant to wear.
They're like I have them. They're like shooter's glasses, like for shooting and stuff.
Yeah. And
see, yours are just a little bit yellow though. Mine are like bright orange.
Yeah. I think they do the same thing. That it's not a sunglass, but it's,
they call them blue blockers, where they block out like UV and stuff like that.
Yeah, and these are actually quite nice. I don't know why I don't use them. Maybe I think I don't want to copy. I don't want to copy the lawnmower lady, but I use these quite often, especially outside. If I'm working on a house, if you're on a ladder and you just stick your head over the building and the sun gets right in your face, you can't see a thing. I use those. They're quite good.
I'm so used to having safety glasses on all day long at work, from 6 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. Sometimes I get home and they're like, "What are those things on your face?" I don't even realize I have them on. Especially if they're clean, you really can't see them because there's no frames. They're all made out of the clear material.
The only issue I use multifocal contact lenses.
Yep. Oh, I have multifocal safety glasses. I do have those.
Yeah. But I use regular lenses, so I just use a regular pair. But there is some sort of distortion.
A little bit. Depends on the brand. And are those, what do they call it? The ZA or A? Is it AZ? Something with a Z. I thought it was a Z spec, Z83 or Z something.
Here they have an EN standard called 166. That means that they are approved for everything except high heat. So, but then I think the best ones I have is actually Milwaukee ones. There's very little distortion in those.
Oh, someone's in the basement. Who's in the basement? Oh, I think it's Simone. Let's see. Simone. Hello, Simone.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Morning.
Let me guess. You're not up to video, right?
No.
That's all right. How you feeling, honey?
No.
You still feeling down?
Feeling quite rough today.
I would definitely call the electric company or gas company or whoever it is, because they will work with you. They really will.
Well, I phoned them up, and my bill beginning of last month was £61.61 a month, and that covered gas and electricity. And then got a message saying it was going up to £83 odd. And I'm thinking, okay, that's a bit of a jump because that's fuel money for the car. And
Yeah,
then I got a text message saying, no, it's going up to nearly 126 a month.
Crap. Double.
So that's like nearly double, yeah. So it was a case of like, I've read about it over here at the moment. It's heat or eat.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
You
crazy.
know,
Some
and
people,
a lot of people are doing it.
Wow.
You know,
for some people it is. You know?
Yeah, I'm not trying to claim poverty or anything, but you've got to make do with what you have.
Oh yeah.
You know,
well, just like with the gasoline over here. I mean, it was a year ago. It was almost half what it is now. I mean, it's crazy. You know.
Yeah. Well, I made a payment online to them, and I sent them £50 because it was what I could afford at the time.
You're right, Tommy. Getting a taxi would be cheaper than driving. It really would be.
But the problem is, I was it yesterday. I noticed filled up a hot water bottle. It went cold within an hour.
Oh, I believe it. Well, how cold is it in your apartment? What are we talking?
6 Celsius here at the moment.
Inside the apartment. Wow, that's cold.
Is that inside?
Well, it's what the computer's telling me, but I don't know the temperature indoors. But it's not warm. I'm wrapped up at the moment. It's not warm in here.
Whoa.
Yeah, doubling the bill. That definitely wouldn't be fun.
No, but the problem is, I don't know if I don't give them the full amount, can they cut me off? I don't know.
Is it electric or gas or what is it?
Both.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have one utility.
I don't think they'll cut you off per se, Simone, but it is worth making a deal with them. It really is.
Hello, Simone. Hello, Ken. Can I just tell Simone something funny? Because it's a funny matter to me because I think it's hilarious the way they treat us. We owe just over probably $2,500 to electric and gas because we can't afford it. We've been paying £100 a month, £100 a month out of our money. We only get £300 a month of money.
My God.
So you are right. I've done a story about this the other day on the radio. So it's either eat or heating, basically.
Yeah. And it's got to that point.
And the problem is at the moment is we can't afford to even put the heating on today, and it's down here at the moment just over 4, and it's freezing. But we've got to manage with it. We've got to put it. But the problem is, you see, the government won't give us any extra money because we lost money on Universal Credit. We lost over £700 going over to Universal Credit.
Yeah, Universal Credit was a death knell. It really was.
And we get carers money taken off us now. Of £500 each.
Morning, Ali. Or hello, Ali.
Now, Sparky, are you saying the electric company can't shut it off? Is that a law?
They're not under the regulations now. Last year, December, they were not allowed to shut you off. If you offer £1 a week, right? So that's £4 a month. They can't shut you off because you offer to pay a payment. Because the law says that.
Same here. Here.
Yeah, it's like water. They can't shut off the water even if you are in debt.
Well, same thing here too. Yeah, as long as you make an effort, they can't. They can't.
It's one of the European. It's one of the European rules the Brits didn't cancel. Luckily.
Luckily. But the way we look at it here, I find it very funny when I go on the phone to them. I say, "Well, I can afford £100." They laugh at you. They literally laugh at you. They're like, "Can't you afford this?" Well, I get £300. What do you want out of that £300? We've got to pay bills. We've got to pay rent, pay everything. Out of that £300.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the fuel for our cars. That's gone ridiculous.
197 here today. 197 for diesel.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Here at the moment, 179 is for petrol, and that's going up to £2.10 for diesel by the end of the week, according to the gas owner. Because I went to a taxi driver had to put his rates up today.
Wow.
A friend of mine.
Just reading Chris's comment. Can you heat with wood? I was talking about this yesterday with a friend of mine, saying because where I live, the house was built in the 50s, and they've still got the old fireplaces.
Yeah.
What is to stop people now? If this gets worse, they're just going to rip those electric fireplaces out and reconvert them and use them as they were intentionally used.
If you're renting, you can't do it. You can't do it if you're renting. You're not allowed now under the regulations of tenancy now in the UK. You can't use coal fire or gas fire, any coal fire or any log burner system unless it's been registered, checked, or been installed by a registered officer or office department.
Yeah,
Hey,
people
see-
will
see if-
ignore it. People will.
See if you guys
yeah.
can see. See if you guys can see that. See the gas over there?
Yeah. Mhm.
$4.39 a gallon for regular,
God.
Blimey, already. That's
and
crazy.
that's cash. It's 10 cents more for credit card, so
Yeah.
$4.49. $4.49
Wow.
for a gallon.
KFC at the moment
crazy.
stopped taking the cash in the UK. I found out today. So KFC and Burger King in the UK, because they want more people to pay, but they because they can charge a card a little bit more money, they want that kind of card. And we found that out yesterday because I was speaking to a person yesterday. But between you and I and the gatepost, I don't care who's listening, right? My opinion of the situation is universal credit's been brought in to break the system.
Yeah.
And I'm not being funny to anyone here. Until you've been in poverty, until you've seen poverty, I used to live on £1.30 a day, and that's what we lived on until I met the wife, and now we're on £2.30 a day.
My God.
And that's to survive. I've got cupboards full of food because of my friends. I've got freezer full because of a butcher and a good friend of mine. But without the family, I would be screwed. I would literally be screwed. I've got radio. I'm looking into sorting out radio. Now, I had a letter only on, Friday? They want £400 a month for electricity. They want £400 electricity and gas. And I told him, I sent him the bill. We didn't get paid for 30 months from the government. We didn't get paid no money, not a dime, for 30 months nearly, because of my wife's epilepsy and basically was going through a review.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
And that's how it is.
And then, in all honesty, we also have to think about our American friends, because they actually don't have even a degree of the social security net that we have here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but the good news is, in one sense, universal credit will be changing in September this year or next year, they reckon, to welfare credit. Anybody on disability services, anybody on anybody declared welfare unfit will be left alone and will be left to deal with their own devices. But the only problem is with that situation is you get your money back of the £500. So if I lose £500 now because I'm a carer for the wife who has 10 fits a week, I don't basically lose that money then on the legacy benefit. On the universal credit, you lose carers money, and
Wow. Yeah,
It's
it is
crazy.
rough times, isn't it? It's crazy.
The funny
And the
thing
world's
is,
gone nuts.
this gas station over here 2 days ago was $4. Now it's $4.39. 2 days.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Yeah.
Crazy.
It is crazy. And you know what? It's not that things cost more. It's that it always hits the people with a lesser income
Yeah.
the hardest. And that's yeah. I mean,
I'll be
here
honest, I was thinking of not coming here today because it's literally $5 in gasoline just to come here.
Yeah.
Just to come here. So
you know what, Ken? Next time we will do breakfast in your kitchen.
What I was going to say.
No, the thing is, I don't want to wake up my family though. They don't get up till 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up at 5, 6 o'clock. You know.
Yeah.
Well, food. Yeah, Simone, I'll let you know something as well. Food Bank here, right? I know the Food Bank team very well, so I get on with them very well because I do a lot of their posters and all sorts.
I've been to a food bank already this month.
So what happened yesterday on Saturday? They had a queue 1.5 miles long.
My God.
In Cornwall, where the richest
ran out
town
of food.
ran out of food. There was a family of 6 yesterday stood there with the proof of benefit saying they were not entitled to benefit. And do you know the reason why? Because he was £1 over in his wages.
That's crazy.
And the family is 6 gone. Literally no money. And the thing is, all his wages went on to mortgage, rent, and everything else.
Wow.
So can you understand the government's
the system is broken.
Yeah. And that's
really
because
is.
of that situation.
Universal credit was like the worst idea.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Well,
No, but
like
I mean, if I know we're not supposed to talk about what's happening in Eastern Europe, but
I've got to drop and change over because I'm on a different system here.
Yeah.
I'm changing over systems. I'll be back in a second.
if if they shut down the gas line from Russia, I mean, we haven't seen the highest prices yet.
Oh yeah, Europe's going to get crippled. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're not going to get crippled, but it's just going to get really, really expensive.
Yeah.
And they may have to shut down some of the really big factories that use a lot of gas.
I feel sorry for the younger generation because to me, it just seems like it's going to get worse.
Well, if history dictates anything, it will normalize. It's just a question of when.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah,
that's true.
Peaks and troughs, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they can keep whatever's going on in Eastern Europe at you can't say that without sounding like a dickhead. But if they can't keep that under a manageable level, I mean, I know the people over there will kill me for saying manageable, but I mean, as long as it does not blow up in a way that really hurts the rest of Europe.
Like I read this morning that they narrowly averted a nuclear explosion.
Wow.
Who knows what the
I think that particular nuclear power plant is made to Western European standards.
Yeah.
They would have to do aerial bombardment of it before it takes any damage. Because everything is encapsulated in a different way. It's like, I think everything kicked off after the 3 Mile Island incident back in the 70s?
70s.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near the situation of what was the other one not far from there?
Chernobyl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the situation.
Yeah. Chernobyl was an old Russian design, and safety was not
priority.
Highest priority. No, it wasn't. But these days it is the whole nuclear.
Oh yeah, they got backup systems and
Yeah, but they can. It's all encapsulated. So if something goes wrong, it can't get out.
Oh, that's good.
And that means tons and tons and tons of concrete yeah. But yeah, it is a scary scenario because if one of those go, nobody's safe, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
William, how's everybody doing this morning? Not much.
Hey, William.
I thought just a couple minutes. I thought I'd come on and say hello. Good morning.
What's the temperature down there, William? Warm? It must be warm down there.
Oh, it's warm. It's probably, I think it's in about the 40s, about 45. Yeah, I'm short sleeves this morning. It was chilly yesterday morning, but this morning it's nice. It's about 70 something yesterday.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. What's going on, Mark?
77, I think. That was a blast. That copycat video. That was a blast.
Oh yeah, that's it.
She knocked it out of the park. That was good. You ought to do that again.
Well, Mick said if enough people email him, he may do a part 2. There we go. We'll blame Greta for everything. There you go.
It's a beautiful morning here, Ken.
It must be, what is it, 75 down there?
No, it's about 63 right now.
Same difference.
I can have my windows open.
Nice. Yeah, well, I don't know if you caught it, Mark. $4.39 for regular across the street.
Yeah, I got to go get gas today. I don't know what it's going to be. I get it at the Costco.
Yeah, I'm wondering what it's going to be. I mean, my wife gets cents off because of grocery shopping. They give you like cents off or whatever, but still, it's still going to hurt.
Oh, yeah. How many gallon tank do you have?
I have 30 in my truck.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So last week it wasn't even empty though. It was $96. So this week it'll be over 100 easily.
Oh yeah.
That's more than twice than what. That's twice as much as I can do in my car.
Yeah. No. Do you do what I like to do is to fill from half to full?
It depends. I mean, now that I see the number, I'm afraid to even do anything. But yeah, I'll do that sometimes, especially if I like
to keep at least a half a tank in the truck.
I mean, I'm at half now.
You just don't know.
If it's really cold out, I'll try and keep it topped off just for moisture.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
But we have that new bus I mentioned in the comment that it goes through the Uber app.
Yep.
And I can take my power chair on it. Like I took it to the community pool yesterday and went in the pool, and
okay.
it's $1.50. I can't start my truck up and drive it for that much.
Yeah. Hey Tommy, it was Steve the Transit Camper guy. He played Mick. He had Mick with the ears with the hair coming out. That was Steve the Transit Camper.
That was funny.
That was good.
I love it though when he's like he used Ryan instead of Riley. He's like Ryan. With all the
Yeah. Kinder eggs everywhere.
Molly, come on. Come on. Come on. Molly, come
What'd
on.
you have for breakfast?
Come on.
Western outlet, but I went inside because I mean it's warm out. It's actually a nice day. The truck it's warm, but it's like drizzly, rainy. So I figured I'd go inside. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, Chris, my wife had a Grand Cherokee with the same engine as in my Dodge, and like I said, it would get like 10 miles to the gallon. So I'm glad she's got the 4-cylinder Honda now. It'll be a lot better on gas.
And saying about fuel, I was going to fill up, and I always try and keep half a tank because I've got a dodgy fuel gauge. The sender isn't that great, and I got to the point thinking, shall I use veg oil because I've got a diesel, but that wouldn't work because the injectors get broken.
What's that? The Rover,
it gums it up.
Yeah, Rover.
I muted.
Veg oil would be a bit
Thank
cheaper.
you.
I don't think it'd be a lot cheaper though.
Yeah.
Morning, Grandpa.
But
does he have his tractor?
Yeah, Kevin, you got the tractor. I thought he got the tractor but didn't have the plow.
I thought he was still waiting on it to get delivered or something.
Oh, it might be. I know the plow wasn't in yet. So, but by the time he gets, he's not going to need it. Yeah, he's not going to need the plow. But you never know, though. March, like I said, they say comes in like a lion, out like a lamb. Well, it's been.
Oh, I remember living in Michigan. Yeah, anything was possible. Yeah.
Well, hell,
so
I remember snowstorms on Easter. You know.
Hey, Klaus.
Yep, Klaus is back.
I was just on mute because I was making a cup of tea, and
so was I actually.
Oh, okay.
We have one of those cookers, you know, that where you get boiling water straight out of the tap.
But Insta Hot.
Yeah, and it's it makes an awful noise in the microphone when you turn it on.
Oh,
I tried to operate one of those over here, and I couldn't figure it out. It's like down left, down right, down something. It's like very confusing.
Yeah, well,
I have a tankless water heater. Have you seen those, Ken?
Oh yeah, I tell you, late with fuel the way it is now, a lot of people are probably going to be going to those.
Well, it makes the most sense, but down here it's kind of tough because you're trying to raise an ambient temperature in the attic, you know, where the pipes are running from like it gets down to like, you know, let's say it gets down in the 50s, you know, and you're trying to raise it from 50-degree water to 120 degree with that on demand. You know, it takes a while for that to come to temperature, but it also takes 2 circuits of 40 amps a piece, 240 volts and 40 amps a piece. Yeah, it's 18,000 watt.
Wow. Well, at least you're not trying to keep 40-60 gallons warm all the time, right?
No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I know like they have the gas versions of those, but the real thing that I'm kind of curious about is you know how the scaling is going to affect the heating.
Klaus, it looks like you're frozen.
Yeah, he froze up.
I could hear him, but he was frozen.
Yeah. Do you know like the water will scale inside of pipes?
They're not stainless steel?
No, they're copper. The heating elements are like
the ones we
these
have
big
here,
copper tubes
the ones we have here
in the
are
heater.
stainless steel. Yeah, but they're not cheap. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because we have very hard water here. I mean, you have you have salination and all that stuff, but we just have a lot of hard water.
Our
minerals.
water's pretty good here. You know, I think the water plant is like less than a mile from my house, and it has no taste like from the refrigerator. I was buying like purified RO water up in Michigan from a guy that was doing all the had the whole filter operation. He had a water store, you know, and you could get water for 50 cents a gallon. So I bring 5-gallon containers to be $2.50 a piece, you know. Great water, but down here I don't have to buy any drinking water. It's great out of the fridge.
The funny thing here is that the water itself is more expensive than the energy to heat it.
Wow.
In Denmark, all water is groundwater, and we don't have surface water. That also means you can, without any problems, drink water, good water, right out of the faucet. It's actually in a better quality than bottled water.
Oh, I don't trust bottled water.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. But we have we have spring water around here that comes from the ground, and they charge 50 cents a gallon is what they charge.
I love artesian spring water.
Yeah, they have one of those a couple miles from here, but it's 50 cents a gallon. It's a tap. They put the tap in like in the 40s, and it's still there.
Yeah. I lived somewhere in Michigan where there was a spring coming out of the bank that fed this this lake, and I would just go and cup my hand like where it would come up out of the ground, and it was the best, like the coldest, and just there's nothing like artesian water.
Yeah, they have one of those in the middle of the woods about 30 miles from here, and it's out in the middle of the woods where there's a bunch of what we call skunk cabbage out there, and they put a bunch of wooden pallets. It's about an 1/8 of a mile walk. So someone put a bunch of used pallets to step on, and as long as you get there, it's literally between two rocks. It's a stream of water coming out, but it's pure, and people, when they go on walks and hikes and stuff like that, they'll walk up there to get because it's free. I mean, someone years ago created this little stone faucet or something where it'll drain out like a faucet, and it's just constantly 24 hours a day comes out. And if you go up there with a container, you can fill up your containers, and you know, it's pretty cool.
But it's the same here. The water here, they don't add any fluoride or chlorine or anything to the water.
Oh yeah.
They just I think they sample it from time to time. But the problem is
crazy here. The chlorine and I had to get a whole house filter a few months ago because my water, if I let it sit for an hour, it smelled like a swimming pool. It was that bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. But here, that also means that the farmers, they can't use certain pesticides because it goes into the groundwater at some point and all that stuff.
So, most definitely,
So they're pretty. It's pretty restrictive in terms of what you can use and what you can buy for, like in terms of chemicals for pesticides and herbicides and stuff like that.
They have
Rich,
bans.
our water, we get billed on how much water is through our water meter. So, but we have to pay twice. We have to pay coming in and going out. We pay sewer tax.
Same here.
So
here too.
But here's the thing: say you
taxes,
use 10,000 gallons a month, and you don't go to the bathroom in your house, or you don't use your sink. It doesn't matter. You're still paying double the bill.
Yep.
Yeah. Same here.
It's only based on the income. I mean the income meter. Yep. Same here.
Oh, wow.
That's why I'm saying water here is more expensive than the energy to heat it.
Yeah. Our water's not bad. I think we pay about $50 a month, I think, for water.
Okay, that's what mine is.
Let me show you how expensive.
Sewer.
Let me show you how expensive it is, because right here outside. Let's go right back here. If there's not too much glare, let's see, how much can you guys see? Can you see the barrels? The barrels.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
about 1,000.
You catch rain?
Yep.
Oh wow!
I want to do that here. We get a lot
that's
of
what,
rain.
for irrigation, or what's that for?
I use that for these are my.
Oh, he's got raised planters.
Yeah.
I was
nice.
trying to get the water back.
So he's got tomato plant.
No, these are strawberries.
Cage. Oh, but you got a tomato cage there.
Yeah, well, that's just the girlfriend who thought that I would deal with it if she left it there.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah. And I know it's in a sorry state these days, but this is my bee and butterfly friendly
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
patch of flowers. But when they do come up, there's
Yeah,
a
what
ton
do
of activity.
they like milkweed, don't they?
They like all kinds of things.
I've just
I
heard
don't
of
think
milkweed
I don't think
for
I don't think I
butterfly.
have milkweed. These
We have
are
what's called a butterfly bush. That
yeah we do.
plant where the butterflies like them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the really sorry one
Yeah.
right down there.
I love the architecture of the houses around you.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I
they're
like the
all, they're all,
roofs.
that is 1953.
That's what clay
I
tile.
love, yeah, I like the
That's-
roof, yeah.
yeah,
And then his
clay
garage looks like a commercial building.
Yeah,
Yep.
it does.
The idea was when we built it, we wanted something that either completely looked like it belonged to the house, or definitely
right.
did not belong to the house.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it was
makes
was
sense.
cheaper and better to make it look different.
Oh,
Yeah.
to brick it like the house would probably be outrageous.
No, that's not that was not the issue.
Oh, it wasn't the cost?
It was because it would look like a
Factor.
brand new brick building compared to a
Oh, yeah.
60, 70-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
makes
Chris,
sense.
Chris is asking why you did raised beds, Klaus.
It's easier.
It's much
It's-
easier.
It's much easier.
You don't have to bend
It's
over.
easier to water that, right? Or what?
It's easier to water. It's easier to
Work
weed.
on.
It's easier to control. It's easier to make a really good soil for
Varmints.
planting.
Now, do you have to put netting over that because of insects or varmints? Or
Yes. Strawberries. Otherwise, the birds get them all. So yeah,
You
I
got
do have.
rabbits that try to get in there?
Nope.
No?
I have a cat. He keeps most four-legged pests.
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of outdoor cats around here, and they keep the varmints and pests at bay.
I haven't seen a mouse or a rat here for a year and a half. Oh, I have, but
Oh,
they've
yeah.
been dead. They've been dead.
Oh,
So-
yeah. Yeah,
And-
they
and
spray
there's
for
a-
mosquitoes down here.
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
up here, especially with that West Nile virus, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Here they don't
What-
do much about it because
Yeah.
there are certain periods like 2 weeks or 3 weeks during summer where
Mhm.
there really are mosquitoes here, but other than that, no. I mean, we get
What is Budleia? What is that? Is that a plant?
But
I don't know what he means by that.
Yeah, it is.
Is
Yeah.
Is it a
Okay.
plant? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I know we just called them butterfly bushes. So they actually called butterfly bush, and
they're
really
here.
attractive, too.
I have 2 of them.
That was probably like a nickname for them.
Yeah.
They get these
I
long
tell-
blue or pink
Yep.
cone-shaped flowers.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got some in my garden as well.
They're
Mm.
really nice. They
Yeah.
smell
Yeah,
Yeah,
wonderful.
that's one thing I want to do this year is garden, because with the price of everything, I'm gonna have to start growing my own vegetables and stuff because I won't be able
Oh,
to afford
same here.
food.
Yeah, I want to get
Can-
some
But
raised,
I'm gonna have
uh,
to do raised beds with netting because we have groundhogs, hedgehogs, moles, chipmunks, and every time I try and do a garden, they decimate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
we have
there
moles.
was one year I spent $100 on seedlings, okay, for a
Yeah.
garden that was 10 by 20. The next morning, down to the dirt. The next morning, I was like, "Screw this!" And I haven't had a garden since. It's been almost 20 years. I was like,
We
"Screw
have
that."
it's they say it's one of those animals that don't belong here. It actually comes from Southern Europe. It's a slug, and this slug will.
Oh, slugs
will
are
eat,
real bad. Yeah.
Yeah, they will eat through anything, and I can't have
Mm.
anything like from seedlings because they
Yeah.
will just. And the cat apparently is not very good on slugs, so.
Well, they say if you put beer traps out, we used to use beer traps.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Why waste
that-
good
that-
beer?
you yeah, that too. No, but I mean, if just two can decimate like one of those raised beds overnight.
Oh, I believe
yeah.
it. Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
some of the
Yeah, we
flowers
used to
I
get
have.
out there with the salt shaker. We used to put the salt shaker
Oh,
on, watch
yeah.
them
Yeah,
dissolve. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
call
Do-
what do you call plants that they come up year after year? They stay in the ground.
Perennials.
Perennials.
That- The
Or
raised bed
annual.
I have with flowers, they are all What do you say again? What the name was?
Perennial
Perennials.
comes up every year. Perennials.
Perennials.
Okay.
Okay, perennials. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're all like that.
annuals you have to plant every year. An annual
Every
you have
year,
to plant.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, perennials, like I try and do all my bushes and things, they're all perennials, so you buy them once.
Yeah. Do you see that big bush back there, Ken?
Hold on. Yep.
That's
What is that,
called a
Hunt?
bougainvillea.
Oh yeah, bougainvillea. Yeah, you see those in the
Yeah.
tropics a lot. Yeah.
They're
Oh
really
yeah,
nice.
that thing
But you have to
is
have a
beautiful,
moderate-
but it's thorny and it will tear you up.
Yeah.
You need a good climate for that. That wouldn't survive up here.
Yeah.
I have
But
I have a small bed of roses out here because I love roses.
Oh
but,
yeah, I do too.
But man,
Bougainvillea reminds me of roses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But
the
the thorns are like that long.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're like
Yeah,
2 inches long.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a
Try and
hole through
trim
my
it.
finger.
Yeah, try and trim it, and you do get spiked by them.
Oh yeah, but it keeps keeps birds from like nesting like along the fence there and crapping. So that's why I like it.
Yeah.
I've got a holly bush as well, and that's quite spiky.
Oh yeah, those are beautiful. Yeah,
I tell you, I got a holly bush.
You can't have
too.
them down here.
But the holly, you have to have a male and a female in order for the berries to form, because it has to cross-pollinate.
Oh.
If you don't have a male and a female, you'll never get the berries.
Yeah,
That's
when I moved
interesting.
when I moved into my current property, I had 2 of them, and one died.
Yeah, because around our neighborhood, everybody loves bushes, so there's enough for the. We got a lot of bees around our neighborhood, so it's always pollination.
That's good.
Oh yeah, I get during the summer I get huge bumblebees in my garden.
Yeah, they're
And
nice, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're all black apart from their abdomen, which is like an orangey yellow.
Yeah.
And
Lately, we've had the carpenter bees that look like bumblebees that bore into the wood. You got to be careful with those things.
Yeah,
they're like termites. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
And they make like a perfect half-inch hole. It looks like someone drilled into a piece of wood. It's actually, you can tell because you see the little sawdust underneath. So that way you know they're in there. Yeah.
I get those. There's some bees that goes into the mortar that goes between the bricks and the house. They will dig at that. So you got to look at it at least annually. I have something I can put in there and they go away.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you get a hive in there.
Yeah, you go. Oh, yeah.
I think it happens a lot here.
I had my daughter's swing set before I tore it down. We took the 4x4, we cut it in half. You should see it looked like an ant hill in there, ant farm in there, but it was from the bees. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's funny.
Hey, Ian, how you doing?
Hey, morning, Ian.
Morning, Ian.
Yeah, I tell you, I went on Amazon and I spent about $50 on my costume. That included, I had to buy a smock. I had to buy a light blue smock because I didn't have one. I bought the gray wig and I bought the orange glasses.
It sounds like somebody's flushing the toilet or something.
That's probably William. I'm gonna mute him again. All right.
Ken, I'm gonna drop down because my internet's being a bit odd. It's
all right.
Simone.
Stay warm, Simone. Stay warm.
Yeah, stay warm, Simone.
Have a good day, Simone.
And you. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, yesterday was wash the car day, at least my car. So today is clean the inside of the car day.
I need to do that. I got retriever fur all in my truck.
Hey, Jerry.
No,
I need to take the leaf blower and blow the retriever hair out of there.
Yeah. No, but I mean, Ken would know this, at least, that when they put salt on the road, the splash that goes on the windscreen and the mirrors.
Oh yeah, that white.
Yeah, and then when the sun comes out, and
you
when
can't see.
You can't see a thing. Yeah. So it was out of need that I had to wash it yesterday. So I will go over and get started on the interior. Guys, have a great Sunday, and thanks for having me, Ken.
All right.
Enjoyable as always.
Buddy. All right.
See you guys.
Talk to you soon.
See you, Klaus.
Take care.
Cheers.
But anyway, when I saw the gas price this morning over here, I was like, oh my God, I didn't think it was that high. You know, $4.39 for cash regular. So it means it's $4.50 for a credit card. So we were yelling on Thursday saying, Thursday we were saying, oh, it's going to hit $4. You kidding? It's going to hit $5 in another week.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just, hey, all I know is if I do small engine work and it's someone local, I offer the service to pick up and drop off, and I can make money to fill up the tank. So that'll help me.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if I do a job that's 3 or 4 miles away from me in town, just to have the convenience, they'll give me $30, $40 for pickup and delivery. So that'll help me out.
Well, it sounds like it's fun money for you.
It is, but lately it's keep the heat on and put gas in the vehicle money.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the heat, I mean,
that's cool.
Our heating oil, they're telling us it's going to be $4.06 a gallon. And I go through 180 gallons a month.
Wow.
So how the hell am I going to afford that? You know?
Let me ask you this, Ken. Did you have I had one in high school. I had a small engine class in high school, and we tore down a small engine and rebuilt it. Did you do that similar kind of thing?
Not at all. The first time I ever worked on a small engine, oh gosh, that was the year 2000. So I was 36, 37 years old. What started me out was
you started late.
My parents had about a half acre of land, but they never had any power equipment aside from a push mower. In fact, I remember they had a Briggs where you had to do the hand crank and it busted your knuckles when you hit the button.
Oh yeah. Or you could whip yourself in the eye with that cord.
Exactly. That's what we had, right? And it was always usually used equipment because my father, even though he worked for the power company, my mom didn't work when we were younger, so it was just one income.
Right.
And my father built a house, bought the land and all that. So we really didn't have much money. In fact, my father worked until I was about 4 years old. My father worked 3 jobs. He worked full time for the power company. Insane. He worked in I think it was a bar, and then he washed trucks at the truck stop.
He was a go-getter.
Yeah, he had to be because, like I said, he had 2 babies and one job, and the wife didn't
one
work,
income.
So, and that was 1964, 65, like that time.
Right.
You know, so it was tough. But even now, you know, where we live is just so goddamn expensive. It's just
you guys
for what you have, it's it's crazy.
Now, do you have to pay taxes on your vehicles every year?
Oh, absolutely,
like
absolutely.
Oh,
a friend of mine here in Connecticut, he has a brand new Cadillac Escalade, which cost him $78,000.
Yeah.
Every year, just his town property tax is over $3,000
for the truck.
For the truck, just to pay to the town to have the right to have it in your driveway.
That's property taxes.
That's property tax.
Well, not for you. Your property taxes are way more than mine.
Well, like my house. You get a house, say 1,000 square foot house in my town. You're paying $7,000 to $9,000 a year property tax.
Oh, you're paying 3 times as much as me.
Oh yeah, easily. I have a friend like down by William, that way, Virginia way, whatever. They pay $2,000-$3,000 a year for a house 3 times the size. You know?
Right. Yeah.
So, in our town, you're paying for the school system. You got a lot of kids.
Yep.
You know, things like that, and the big police force and all that. So, but I even said to my wife one time, I said, you know, the kids are grown. My Jessica's gone. Nick can be on his own. He can do whatever he wants because he makes more money than me, for Christ's sake. I said, you know, what are we doing here? No, seriously, what are we doing here paying all this money?
Yeah.
I mean, we make decent money, but it's all going to just support monthly living expenses. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's not.
It's different if you had 6 kids in school and all that. Yeah, you're paying for it. But now that the kids are gone and all that, you know, let the people who have 12 kids pay for it.
Yeah, how far out are you from saying goodbye to your day job?
Well, I'll be 59 this year.
Okay.
So, you know, I mean, put it this way, with 401 and everything else, if I absolutely had to, I could probably live off my 401k if it does well, but it's all about insurance. It's not about money.
I know, that's
If I get sick or something, you're dead. You know what I mean? It's all about insurance.
I know, and in my situation is different because I have 100% coverage by the VA.
Yep.
So I feel very fortunate, and to be able to live comfortably, with having to retire early. I'm very thankful. But
my mother taught me back in the 80s when Ronald Reagan was in the White House and 401ks came out in 1984. My mother said, put as much as you can in that thing, so that way when retirement time comes, you won't be struggling like 90% of the rest of the people. I know too many people now that are retired that wait for that Social Security check each month. And it's like,
Right.
I said to myself years ago, I don't want to depend on the government for anything.
Oh, right.
So I
right.
never even count that Social Security, whatever it might be. I don't even count that because, you know, the old
Yeah.
rumor was it'll be gone by the time we
I
get there
know.
because they're using it
Everybody.
to
Yep.
buy everything else. Yeah.
Yep. I
But
know.
the thing
Yeah,
is,
I
you know, I mean, did I forego vacations and things like that growing up and new cars and all that? Yeah. But you know what?
Who cares?
I'll be retirement age saying I'm going to go here and do this or whatever,
Yeah.
where everyone else will be like, hey, I need to put food on the table. So
Yeah.
that
You
was
need,
my goal, you know.
yeah. Without a truck payment.
Yeah. Oh, this thing, you kidding? They're going to bury me in this thing, Mark.
Yeah. I'm going to drive my Tundra. I mean, I'm hoping to get uh, a long life out of it. It's just the frame from being first in Canada, and then I bought it in Michigan, so it's got a lot of corrosion underneath. And those had a recall for certain ones to replace the frame. Toyota replaced the whole frame on Tundras.
Yeah, Simone, a
and
401k.
Sequoias, I think too.
Yep. The 401k, Tim and Simone, back in the 80s, I believe it was 1984, a lot of companies in the U.S. had what was called a defined benefit pension, meaning you worked for a company, whether you be salary or hourly. Either you had a union you worked
Like a
for that had a pension
railroad.
plan.
Yeah.
But if you didn't work for a union company that had a pension, if you worked for a private company, generally they had what's called defined benefit plans, which means you didn't contribute to it. Indirectly, they did. So that way, each week, they put aside a certain amount of money for retirement for you. So in 30, 40 years, you got, say, you know, $2,000 a month or whatever, based on your years of service and all that. Well, a lot of that went away over the past 20, 30 years. They came up with what's called 401k, where you could put tax deferred money away, meaning you're not paying your income tax on it now. You wait 30, 40 years until you retire, let it earn all kinds of interest. And then by the time you retire, hopefully your tax rate will be lower. So you actually get compound interest over all those years, plus less of a tax bill when you retire. So that's the purpose of 401k. The problem was people were so used to getting defined benefit plans that when a company hired you, you thought you were getting defined benefit. You worked for 30 years. Then all of a sudden you went to retire and you're like, where's my pension? They're like, what are you talking about? Well, where's my pension? Well, 401k. What do you mean? Because a lot of people, you know, they weren't smart enough to realize with the 401k, a lot of companies said, screw that. Why should we spend all the money on defined benefit? They didn't. And people, they would get ready to retire and say, oh, I'm going to retire. My company's going to pay me. The company's like, pay you what? If you didn't save for your retirement, why should we pay you? And that's the way it is now. You have all these baby boomers retiring that never gave a crap about retirement, figuring they'd have pensions from their companies, and now they got nothing. So now you got people living off of Social Security, check to check, working in the grocery stores at 70 years old because they have no money because they didn't think to save.
Yeah, they're down here, you know.
Yeah, exactly. They're where it's cheapest.
You know, yeah. The guys that drive that little bus that I call up by Uber, they're like one guy was a retired New York City police officer.
Yep. And he has a pension though.
Oh yeah, but he's driving, so it must be that he's, you know.
Yep.
Well, and unions have gotten their benefits chopped after.
The union at my place post does not have pension anymore. You have to do 401k.
Right.
There is no more pension.
Oh yeah, and I don't think the big three even do it anymore.
No, but you know, big three. Look what happened to them. Look what happened with that GM scandal. They spent all the pension money on other stuff, and then they couldn't afford to pay the pensioners.
Right.
No, that was a huge scandal.
Oh,
they spent all that money, and then they were getting sued, and they're like, "Okay, sue us. We're GM. We don't care."
Oh yeah.
You know?
But do you remember when? Well, you probably in Michigan in the 70s.
Yep.
Normal people were just making crazy money. Like my dad running the railroad, running the trains. You know, as a brakeman. You know, he'd make $1,000 a week in the 70s.
Yep. Oh yeah, which was crazy money.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
My father, when I was born, I'll never forget this. 63, 64. He was making $2 an hour. So he was making $80 a week back in 64. And I think when he retired in 1995, after 40 years, he was making base salary of like 60 grand, 70 grand, something like that.
Oh.
I mean, he had tons of overtime. Don't get me wrong. The overtime is what got him through. But years ago, it was crazy money. Let me see. Partners. Hold on. And Henry.
Hey, morning, partners. Hey, Henry.
There we go. Hey, Henry.
Hey, doing, Boots?
Wow.
Yeah, see, Henry remembers all this. Years ago, you worked for a company, you had a defined benefit pension, you worked your 30, 40 years, and you said, you got your golden wristwatch, and you got your pension payment every month. But once 401ks came out, all bets are off.
Yeah. Hey, put Mike Williams' mic off because it's loud. There you go.
That's better.
I know.
Yeah, if you only worked for a pension, forget about it. You have to put away money. And we always told you have to put it away for the future, because it's not going to be enough. And
absolutely.
No matter how much you put away, it's still not going to be enough, because the amount that you started putting away is probably worth 10 cents now. They used to be $10,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can't save. You can't save for
no.
You're hoping that you're going to be able to exist. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, you do what you can, and
that's right.
Yep. So what did you do for a living, Henry?
Heating and air conditioning. I used to.
Oh, you did. Okay. I was an electrician.
Okay. Yeah.
So I worked. I got power to do disconnects for big rooftop units and that.
Yeah, I put in a lot of rooftop.
Navy boats. What did you do when you were in Navy? What did you do when you were in Navy?
Oh, I worked in I was a bosun mate.
Oh, so you didn't have a trade as such when you were in Navy?
No. I got into trades after I got out.
Ah, right. Yeah, you learned your trade after.
Yeah. But I did a lot of different things on the way. I was a fork truck mechanic for Morrison Industrial. I drove truck for a while.
What make of fork trucks did you work on?
Clark, Toyota.
Yeah, Clark is a big one. Yeah. Heister.
Mitsubishi.
Various.
Oh yeah.
Toyota, Hyundai.
Oh, that's
different ones now.
But that stuff was a pain in the neck because you pretty much have to pull the motor, the counterweight off them, and pull the motor out of them to do anything.
Counterbalance. The
big
car. I worked in a warehouse. When I started, it were Heisters, diesel counterbalance trucks.
Oh, Heisters are quality trucks. Yeah, those things are tanks.
But what were happening? They had the monotrol, where you could, depending on what side of pedal you pressed, you could make it go forwards or backwards.
A lot of them are hydrostatic. Off of hydraulic motors.
They were destroying diffs. So they were trying to fit inhibitors in, so you had to press the brake before you could change direction.
Right.
And end up company switched to Lindy's because it was a hydraulic transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the ones we use have a motor on each wheel, a hydraulic motor on each wheel.
Yeah, but the ICEs, it were like a conventional transaxle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Diesel and diesel powered ones.
All right, Tim, take care, buddy. Have a good day.
It's called monotrol.
Yeah, the union for the tin knockers was underfunded. They were getting.
You were tin knockers local?
Yeah.
Okay, I was IBW for a short time. I broke every Wednesday.
Yeah. But I got out
because
of
payday was Friday.
Yeah,
You're always broke by Wednesday.
I went into a company that was non-union. I broke the union, and I did all prevailing wage jobs.
Okay.
So
I didn't have a choice. Around 2001, the work dried up, and I had to go, and they call it like going inside. I went, and I was an industrial electrician for an old cab company in Kalamazoo, Checker Motors.
Kalamazoo. I went there.
Yeah. Old factory.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you,
it's gone now.
Yeah. The company that I used to work for when I was younger, Tuttle and Bailey in New Britain, they got bought out by a carrier, and they sent a division to Kalamazoo, and they wanted me to go with them. So I went to Kalamazoo. I went to Kalamazoo, and I went to Flint, Michigan. Both areas.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I couldn't do the traveling thing. I couldn't, because I had young sons at home, and I met guys, that were working on the speaker power plant job in Jackson, Michigan, and but I don't know. It was kind of like the guys I talked to that were full time in the Navy, like for life, and they had children at home, and it's like I asked, like, how do you do it? How do you just travel about? And like it's hard. That's all they say. It's hard.
My problem was it was so depressing over there in Michigan because everything was failing in Michigan. It was terrible. It was like the armpit of
Come on, there's no corruption in the government of Michigan.
No, but boats. I did work in Michigan in 1995. I was in Bay City and Saginaw and all.
Yep.
And I was
I'm
at the
familiar.
GM plants. I was at the GM plants.
Saginaw steering gear.
Yeah, there was Saginaw and then Bay City where they did the Gen 5 V8 engines. Okay. And we went in there, and what was depressing about it was at 4 or 5 o'clock every day, you walked out of that plant, everything was shut down. The restaurants, the bars, at 5 o'clock, gone because the people weren't in work, so they weren't having lunch or breaks or whatever. There was nothing at night because it was so depressed and impoverished that no one could go out at night. So you'd get out of the plant at 4 o'clock, the town was dark. This is like Bay City.
It's poor. It's poor up there in Saginaw.
It was so depressing. Yeah. Then I went to Holland, Michigan, and that's a
Holland is beautiful. I lived in Holland for almost 10 years.
Dry city.
Yeah. But I tell you,
it was back then. Yeah, it was. Now it's not. Now, all those Dutch reformers, let their old laws go.
Yeah. I had a friend of mine who lived in Thousand Oaks. Oh my gosh, talk about a beautiful area.
Yeah.
Up there in Michigan. Oh, unbelievable.
Where?
Thousand Oaks.
I'm not familiar with.
It was called Thousand Oaks. Well, what it was, people that lived in his grandfather was I'm not going to say his name, but he was one of the most famous designers for GM. But it was called Thousand Oaks up there, and you're talking like $2, $3, $4 million homes, and it just your driveway.
Okay, development you're talking about. Okay.
I don't know. I thought that was the town, but anyway, his driveway was like 600 feet, and there was oak trees lining the side of his driveway, going all the way up to like this palatial estate and all that stuff. It was where all the corporate execs lived for like Flint and the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
Really, really rich area. It was beautiful.
Well, Grosse Pointe and Grosse Ile are like the richest areas in Michigan.
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't afford it, but it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bloomfield Hills, too.
Yeah, I think I'd like to move where Dave is. Dave's the lawnmower detective. He said he bought his place with the 2 acres. Now listen, $140,000.
What?
Whoa! I can't even buy a little piece of property for that.
No lie.
No.
That's in what? Where is he? Close to Indy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you could get a building lot for that much down here.
I know.
I got an acre and a half with a double wide.
It costs you $30,000 for the water hookup.
Yeah, exactly.
For the impact fee.
Yeah. Then remember Bill, the new guy Bill that we were talking to yesterday on Mixstream. Bill, he bought the Indy car. All right, $140,000.
What?
Yeah.
He bought the actual Indy car with the number 2 car, the one in the middle.
Hey, Mark, you're talking in Michigan. Thousand Oaks is a suburb of Grand Rapids.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's like a posh
There's a lot of money in Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
The DeVosses and I forget. The houses they build along the lakeshore around Holland were just, one was called the Petra, and my friend that worked at Parkway Electric worked on that one. It was like a 3 or 4 floor like concrete building.
designer.
Right on the lake shore. You know, like 20,000 square feet or something. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey Tim, check the cable going to the clutch. Make sure it's not jamming, because when those clutches go, they're a pain in the butt.
When I was an electrician in Holland, that's where I went up through the ranks, you know, as an apprentice. There was everybody talking about this 40,000 square foot mansion that they built up there. I worked on a house that had a 400 amp service on it.
Yeah. I worked on the house in Farmington.
10,000 square feet.
Tyson bought, and then 50 Cent bought. That had the golden toilet.
I got a call. I got a call from work. I got to mute for a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that house, it had a shooting range underneath it, you know.
Oh, that's great. Now, did you do a lot, mostly commercial work as a HVAC? Okay.
Yeah, hospitals. Matter of fact, I did a lot of work over there as support.
I didn't do much residential.
No, very little residential. All big jobs, you know. I mean, ductwork that you'd walk into, you know.
Right. Yep, I've seen. Yeah. Big factories.
Pfizer building. Holy smokes, the ductwork.
Oh, the Pfizer Funny Farm over in Kalamazoo.
Yeah. No. Here in Connecticut.
Oh, you got a Pfizer? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking of Pfizer over in Kalamazoo.
No, in Connecticut. I did, the nuclear power plants. All big jobs. You know? Yeah. Well, how many tin knockers on the job? I had 7 usually.
Okay. Yeah. That one peaker power plant job I was on in Jackson, that thing, we had 125 electricians on that job at one time.
Oh yeah, but my boss was
like
cheap.
300 fitters. And, your sect. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Your little group.
Cheap. I mean, you have to have your days planned. Everybody's hustling every day, you know.
Yep. And then come in the job trailer and say, on your butts and on your feet, Howard Dems has got to eat.
That's right.
Howard Dems was the owner of the electrical contractor we were slaving for.
We'd have meetings, and then they started with this stretch stuff. You have to.
Oh yeah. Do the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, I got carpal tunnel bad. I'm sure that tin knocker, man, that probably. I don't know. I never understood why somebody would want to put their head inside a metal box and bang out with a hammer. Is your hearing gone?
No, it's not bad.
Not bad. Did you wear earmuffs a lot?
No, the little plugs.
Oh, okay. I never liked those foam plugs. I like over the ears. Yeah.
No,
just like I wore in the Navy.
We had little packets they open up every day, and push them and put them in.
Yeah, we had in the Navy we had those rubber things that came in a little case, and you'd hang it by a little chain off your belt loop.
Okay. Yeah.
But we would put those in and then put the muffs over, double hearing protection. I mean, we were firing big cal or 5-inch projectile.
Oh yeah.
It's Mr. Briggs.
Oh, Scott,
he looks like a young man.
Look at his face. Holy crap!
Oh man, he must have got too much liverwurst in his mustache.
No,
you lose a bet. Holy crap!
Scotty looks good.
His dog told him he needed to shave it.
No, I get tired of it and I just shave it. I'll have a full beard next week.
Yeah, I know. Never mind next week, in a couple hours.
Well, I shaved at 6 o'clock and it's already grown.
See that? Yeah. You could hear it grow.
I think I can.
Yeah.
He does. Looks 10 years younger.
What do we got? Let's see. 40 degrees right now. It's going to get up warmer.
He's still not pretty, though.
You want to bet? That ain't what they say. That ain't what the ladies say.
You get into it with Mick.
Hey, I don't care. It's funny.
It's hilarious.
I had to go get my
41.
Dentures adjusted. I had to go get my dentures adjusted yesterday. And it's kind of funny when you walk into a barber dentist shop there, and your niece is the one doing the work.
Oh, your niece is a barber?
I'm not barber. Dentist.
The barbers do the dental work too in his town.
Probably. No.
Yeah,
my
years
niece,
ago.
My niece works at.
The barber
office.
was the go-to guy. I got this ingrown toenail that's ailing me. Can you help me out? Oh yeah, the barber would help you out.
It's supposed to be 61 here today.
Yeah. They said that here, but it's going to rain. They said most of the day.
It's going to be 85 today.
Oof.
No,
too hot. It's funny though. We'll bitch about the cold, and then we'll bitch about the heat. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, I love it when it gets warm here. My arthritis stops hurting.
Well, you're an old man.
Yeah, 60s.
Old is a state of mind, Mr. Briggs. An old guy told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to have a mind to have a state of mind.
You know, some people, you know, especially people I worked with, you know, that were like 5 or 10 years younger than I was, and they're like, "Oh, I feel so old," you know. It's like, shut up.
Well, hey, you know, it's like your buddy there, Hazy Daisy there, that kicked me off his baby from his street. That
I've been booted off.
Who's that?
Oh, a guy named Hazy Daisy.
I've been timed out, booted. You know, I don't care.
No, I don't.
I'm an acquired taste.
Oh yeah, he banned me because I said I'm glad they're shutting down the wacky tobacco shops in town, and he said he said, why is that? And I said, because. He said, well, what about alcohol? I said, you don't understand. A bar has to pay all these taxes to stay open, you know, yada, yada, yada.
44.
Oh, it's 44 where you're at?
Yeah.
That's Celsius, right?
No, that's
Fahrenheit. No, that'd be
he'd be on fire.
He'd be boiling.
7 Celsius.
Okay.
He'd be boiling in his own skin at 100, whatever.
Damn, I got 51 degrees out. Let's see if I go out with a t-shirt on. Hey, look at that t-shirt.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start to head home. You guys can still talk.
Yeah.
How far do you live away from Dutchess?
6 miles, I think.
Well, it
depends on which one.
Yeah. Your mic just went out on you.
Literally. See how long this lasts.
Oh, it probably is Bluetooth probably changed or something.
Yeah. Yep, can't hear you.
I hate that when I get my truck. Yeah.
But
no, you know what it is?
You got hearing aids that are Bluetooth, the truck's Bluetooth, and everything's combating for the Bluetooth. They're competing.
No, I'm literally 5 miles from home, so it's a half a gallon of gas.
Oh, man. So it costs you $2 to drive there?
It costs me $2.
Well, depending on how heavy you're.
And $2.25 to get home.
Yeah, do you have a heavy foot on the pedal, though?
Not a heavy foot, but this thing gets 10 all day long, about 12 on the highway.
Yeah.
So,
I like to have a little fun with mine here.
You'll be able to afford to run that over here because the fuel costs a fortune.
Oh, yeah. I
tell you, Parknest, it's gone up nearly $1 in a week, so it's been kind of crazy here.
But it's been going up over here as well.
Yeah, I go back and forth to the market and I see the fuel gauge drop.
You know, same with me. I don't think the gas mixture is as strong or something. You're not getting the mileage per gallon that you were when it was cheaper. I noticed that with my truck.
Yeah, right now my meter says 10.3 average.
Yeah, are you saying, Henry, that someone has subduing in the computer of the vehicle?
Not my vehicle, but the gasoline itself. I think they put more ethanol than explosive gas.
Last September.
I haven't. That's a new one.
They changed it to E10, basically double the amount of ethanol in fuel.
Yeah, see, they're doubling the amount of ethanol.
Oh yeah, the more ethanol they put in the fuel, the worse mileage you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. With 5%
diesel,
ethanol.
I just passed the station. Diesel is $5.20.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it.
So,
I mean, it's like
that's crazy.
My Audi gets about 30 miles to the gallon, and my truck out the old T100 out there gets about 35, and my Impala gets about 26. Guess which car will be driving the most?
Well, you got a fleet of cars.
Over here, diesel costs the equivalent of $2 a litre.
Wow, so that's almost $8 a gallon.
So that's a litre's about a quarter, give or take.
Now, Parkness, can you get a hold of the Volkswagen diesel that gets like 55 miles to the gallon over there?
Oh, is that the one that they conned?
The what?
Is that the one where they falsified the emissions?
Yeah,
I'm not sure of those, but I worked with a German automotive supplier for a while, and this guy that was from there would tell me about the 4-cylinder turbos that Volkswagen would make over there that could get like 200 horsepower and get like 55 miles to the gallon.
The 1.9.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but
that was a popular engine over here.
Oh, I know that would, you couldn't have that over here. They wouldn't allow that to come over, unless you pay all the export.
I think it covered a 1.9. That was quite popular in a lot of cars. I've driven it. Passat.
Passat,
Mark 3 Golf had the 1.9 diesel.
Yeah, that's what Mendit Man Luke. He's doing Luke is doing that into his T4
with the 1.9.
Isn't Luke?
Oh, he's putting a turbo diesel.
Yeah, he's doing he has a turbo diesel already, but he's putting a TDI turbo diesel in his T4 Volkswagen van.
Oh yeah, that'll run forever.
Yeah, the only thing he had to do was pay someone to do the wiring in the computer.
Oh yeah. Did they have a lot of emission standards
The old
too?
engine didn't have a computer. Yeah. Oh. You got to do your MOT and all that.
You need a battery ECU for that engine.
Yeah.
The engine.
Yeah. So
here's
what
another
was
gas
Sparky
station coming up. Let's see what this one is. This one is cheaper. It's $4.24 for regular cash.
Oh, bargain.
$4.24. Yeah, cheaper.
The price of fuel over here probably works out about $8 a gallon.
We're at $3.89 a gallon here.
What was Sparky talking about earlier, Ken, about officers and regulating what they could heat with?
One thing. Wow.
Hello?
We lost you, Ken.
Oh, he froze.
Well, no, the thing is,
he's in slow motion.
How about now?
Yeah, you're still in slow motion.
Now? No.
And he's repeating himself.
Better?
Yeah, I can hear you.
But diesels, fuel cost is not the only thing over here.
Well, they say that this is the first thing to go. He keeps repeating himself.
No, I think the first one goes somewhere downstairs.
But Sparky, no, Sparky was talking about officers that have like authority to like look at what your heating devices are in your household.
Is that right?
Like you can't burn coal or
here with our diesel tanks, they can dip your diesel tanks and use an off-road or on-road diesel.
Yeah, that's diesel.
Oh, no, it's different. That's different. But I'm talking about heating your house.
Red diesel. We have that
coming in your house and seeing what you're heating your house with. They have that authority.
They can do that over there.
How would they?
I'm sure they smell the coal coming out of a chimney.
Yeah, coal, wood, whatever you're burning. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if you're adding the oil to make it hotter, you drip the oil on there.
Oh no, you couldn't do that over there.
Yeah, you
couldn't do a waste oil heater over there.
Yeah, you could smell that. We used to install waste oil heaters and wood together. Yeah.
Yeah. Waste oil heaters
a lot
heat
of the
a lot
garages around
of
here
shops.
use the waste oil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they're very efficient too.
Sure.
The problem is
but
people would put in hydraulic oil and any kind of oil they could think of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully no solvents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's what happened.
Kaboom.
Our
he's fading out.
They did a test on the waste oil, and they found a lot of solvent in it.
Oh.
So they got fined like thousands of dollars. So now when you drop off your waste oil, you have to drop it off in a container and leave it, and then they pour it into the main container.
Oh, okay. No more
because now they actually
pouring it in the.
No, they used to have in the 1,000-gallon tank. No, now you got to leave it, and then they do it like a litmus test on it before they pour it into the main tank.
You're talking about like auto parts stores?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is my transfer station. They use waste oil to do like the town garage and stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of like back in the day when
Yeah, we have one for coolant and antifreeze and one for waste oil.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah. I just remember that big tank that was behind the counter or whatever area in an auto parts store. You go back there and there was a big funnel and they'd open the lid and you'd pour used oil in it.
Yep.
Yeah,
they still have some of them, but good.
Yeah, most
I'm sure that's regular anymore.
AutoZone, Pit Boys, all of them, they'll
O'Reilly's.
take the oil. Yeah. If you don't need your container, they'll keep the container, But if you want your container, they'll pour it in and give you back.
Well, most of the time you don't want that oily container back.
No.
No, I had a 5-gallon pail. I used it for 20 years. I would just dump it into the big tank and bring it home.
The handle never wore out?
No, it was a plastic cooking oil container from a restaurant.
Oh, okay. So it was more robust.
It was one of those like square plastic jugs that you get like restaurant cooking oil in. That thing lasted 20 plus years. Now that
that's crazy.
I have to leave it, I just ended up leaving it. Now I use like windshield washer bottles or coolant bottles, whatever.
Yeah.
My gripe is that plastic sleeve always breaks on a pail handle.
Yeah, sometimes, but this one was pretty heavy duty.
Well, you got like heavy stuff, they tend to.
Well, if you leave it out in the sun,
this one,
the plastic gets brittle.
Oh yeah, down here everything
definitely
disintegrates in the sun.
Yeah. All right, guys, I am home, so I'm going to end it here. I got to go inside and get rid of my breakfast. He's talking to me. So, all right. Thanks to everybody in the chat. We'll catch everybody later.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Take care.
All right.
Are you coming on?
Have a good one.
On